Good morning, everyone. It's Silas here with StayLooped Media, News with Heart. Today, we are here at the Clifford Still Museum in Denver for their Disability Pride celebration. Today is focused on the 34th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And, you know, we're going to just do some art, maybe some dancing, maybe some dogs around here somewhere, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get to it. I am here with
Kiana Madison.
Kiana Madison, and what are we doing here today?
I am a senior educator and the community engagement specialist here at the Clifford Still Museum. And today we are having our Disability Pride celebration.
Amazing. And we actually have the opportunity to do the interview in the actual museum. We got an amazing piece back there. What is your vision with this whole event here today?
Well, here at the Clifford Still Museum, we love celebrating the anniversary of the Americans with Disability Act. We also think about Disability Pride as an opportunity for us to uplift and celebrate the beautiful diversity of people with disabilities in our local Denver community. So we love highlighting different community partners and creatives with disabilities for special activities and events. And then it's also a time for us to have conversations around pushing back against different stigmas around folks with disabilities and doing some critical reflection about what we could be doing to remove different barriers to promote more inclusion for folks with disabilities. I'm super excited to have this wonderful organization called Feel the Beat here today, and they will be using their awesome vibrating tactile dance floor for a dance lesson today, and that will be outside on our forecourt. This particular technology is really interesting because it allows folks who have hard of hearing or who are deaf to be able to feel the beat of the music still through the floor. So that's one of our partners. We also have Canines of the Rockies here. They help support growing up different types of service dogs for folks and matching them with different people. And they have brought several other service dogs on site today.
I didn't know we had dogs. I didn't know we had dogs here today. That's super exciting.
And so they have brought several other dogs for some play therapy. And it's also a time for them to ask the public to see if they're interested in helping foster or support the amazing program that they do with supporting people with getting service dogs. Then we also have two other community partners that are here today, Guided by Humanity and the Limb Foundation. And so they have tables just sharing about the different types of services they provide our community. We also have art making, so for our 3 to 6 year olds, and we have a baby toddler station where young children can come and do some creative exploration there.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love how it's not even just focused around one organization, then it's even bringing in all these other ones, and then everyone has as many resources and everything is possible. Plus the art too, maybe some of them will be put up in a museum one day.
Hey there, it's Zesty with StayLooped.com, your news with heart. I am here with Bryant Mihei, the manager at the Center on Colfax. We are here in one of the quiet rooms that they offer at Disability Pride. So tell us about this event and why you started it.
So we started this is our second year doing it. We started it to recognize the disability community here in Denver, here in Colorado, recognizing that the center hadn't had services specifically for that community.
Right.
And so I was brought in to create that service, to create that program. It's been really amazing to see the community response and to see the amount of people who come in and say, oh, I've always wanted something that intersected these two identities, but they have always struggled to find something. I've been really grateful being able to provide those opportunities, not just on this event, but working towards more services year-round.
Yeah, because the center is primarily an LGBTQ plus organization.
Community center.
Community center.
Yeah.
I love it.
We've got trans programming. Part of my job is also managing the older adults program. So it's called West of 50. So I manage both of those programs. And then we have a mental health program, young adults, youth. We're working to bring back our business kind of organization, LGBTQ competency training sort of services as well. So there's a little bit of everything through the center that you can get. What I like to say our program, it's very non-clinical, holistic wellness. So
I love that.
We try and blend physical things like yoga and stretching, art, social, education, personal growth, things like that. We do have
Yeah.
a newsletter that comes out virtually and physically for
Love
just
it.
west of 50 every single month, because
Love
that's how
it.
much stuff we have going on.
Yeah.
And so that's a really great way to keep up to date with everything.
So if people are interested in that newsletter, how would they get access to it?
You can go to our website, and there is a subscribe button, and you can subscribe to the online newsletter from the center that'll send out weekly updates, and
right.
that will include a PDF of the West of 50
The
newsletter.
specific, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then on our blog post page on our website, that's where they post all of the newsletters as well,
Perfect.
specifically for West of 50.
Okay, that's great.
I know that other cities like Chicago and New York City have been really growing their efforts around disability pride to use it as an opportunity to talk about the history of the ADA, to talk about some of the different historic barriers that exist for folks with disabilities. I myself identify as a person with disability, and so this is really personal to me on being able to focus on growing disability pride, to also just celebrate just the beauty and amazing folks within the diverse communities of people with disabilities.
It's amazing. I love that. And I think today is just going to be filled with, community, and it's going to be so fun I'll get out on the dance floor. It might not be great, but I might not be great, but I'll see how it is.
It's super fun, and it's a great time to get to connect and just meet other people, and to also just, have a great time with folks.
Amazing.
So you should get out there and dance, and also make some artwork, and also, play with the puppies.
You gotta play with the puppies.
And then I hope afterwards that you take some time to come back in the museum and engage with the amazing abstract art that we have here.
I drew a dog.